Hey guys, welcome back. Techmentor here with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to review iOS 16 on the iPhone 8. We did a similar video for the 8 Plus now. The 8, this is the regular one, and this is the oldest model of iPhone that you can actually download and install iOS 16. So in this video, we're going to talk about the experience of downloading iOS 16 on the 8, some of the top features of iOS 16 that you might want to know, and talk about the performance, battery life, and any issues we've seen so far, and finally get to decide for you guys if you guys think it's worth it or not. So let's dive into it. The iPhone 8 here that we have, if you remember, was released back in September of 2017. Now this phone just hit the 5-year mark this year. Again, it's phenomenal that this phone still got the update. Unfortunately, the iPhone 7 no longer gets any of the latest updates. So if you have a 7, you're going to be stuck on iOS 15, which is the latest you can do. So the iPhone 8 gets that iOS 16 update. Now it's about 3 to 4 gigs. If you're going to be downloading the update, simply go into settings, general, and the software update, and you should see the update right here available for you. As you can see, since we downloaded 16.0, there is a minor update that we can go ahead and download and install, and all you would do is simply click on download and load and install, and again connected to a good Wi-Fi. Now for some reason you're not seeing that update available, which some users have reported that. Make sure that you're connected to a good Wi-Fi, and if you still don't see it, restart the phone, and if you still can't get it, you can also connect it to your PC and then use iTunes on your computer, and it should update through there as well. So again, that's another option. But the general thing is the update takes about somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes depending on how much good Wi-Fi you have and how much space is on the phone and how much needs to be updated. So expect half an hour to 45 minutes and you'll be downloading and good to go. So once you get iOS 16, what are some of the features that you notice? On the 8 here, the first thing is probably this ability to now have customized wallpaper. As you can see, you can change between different types of wallpaper. We can simply add a custom wallpaper just by selecting it, and it makes things a little bit more fun here. You can see it can do a lot more with the wallpaper itself, like adding emojis and different collection colors. A lot going on. Surprisingly, Apple went the route of allowing you to go ahead and customize your phone a little bit more, adding widgets and things like that, making it as unique as possible. Again, this is probably one of the bigger updates you see across the board. Hit that done button. As you can see, we have a new wallpaper, and the thing about the wallpaper is like there's multiple wallpapers, so you can just keep on changing it simply just like that. The other updates you'll probably see around that's big, it's going to be around the messages itself. Now a big update has happened with the iMessage itself. For example, if I want to text someone right now, I text someone iMessage, they have an iPhone, great. Now you can also do a couple other things. So what you can do is simply click and hold, and then you have this two ability, which one is you can actually edit a text. So if you're going to edit something, you can just simply go ahead and edit it, which you can just do that and hit that OK sign. As you can see, we have edited that text. What we can also do here is press and hold and do unsend. So if you don't want to send something, you can also unsend it. See, it's a pretty cool feature. And then of course now this other ability, which again is one of the features that we really like, is that ability to now unread text messages, which wasn't available in the previous version. So if you needed to respond to it later, which is the reply back later option, you'll see there's an icon there. We can reply back to text later. Similarly, this can also be applied to mail. We can unsend mail as well. The next major update you'll probably notice is around focus mode. So if you're a person that uses focus mode, you'll notice from the top down here, or up top here, you have this focus mode, you have this personal work. Now you have ability to customize it even more by going over here, clicking on it, and you'll see here some new ones that have been added, and then customization. There's a couple other new settings that come in play as well. Again, you can check that out without going into details, but that has been updated as well. The another feature updates was around privacy and security. Again, Apple always goes about adding more privacy and security with each new version. As you can see, there's things like safety check that's available. You can add emergency reset contacts and manage sharing access and things like that, which you can go through, read it, and check it out. We'll probably make follow-up videos to go in details on those updates. Other updates come around password updates, such as being now able to use pass keys to authenticate through websites and apps as well. You also see a redesign of the notification as well here. You'll notice the notification, we don't have one here, but it'll come down from here, and then it gives you the ability to also change the notification. If you go up top here and go into notification, you'll see you'll have the ability to count, stack, or list as well. So more updates there. So those are some of the major updates. Unfortunately, on the 8 here, there's the other feature where you can isolate actual background images, which here, this is where you can remove the background of it. Unfortunately, that feature is not available on the 8 or the iPhone 10 lineup because the hardware does not support that feature. So those are the top features. Again, there's also other detail feature which you can read about it and take a look at other videos we did. So those are the top features of it. So what's the experience have been like since we downloaded? Well, basic stuff, right? If you're looking for a phone to be able to do calling and texting, which we saw, again, those things, functions are not really affected. Even when it comes to browsing, you're able to browse seamlessly like you did on iOS 15 as well. None of that is impacted. When it comes to streaming music as well, those work. And we started to test out all the apps here. So we downloaded all of the popular apps that was on the phone here, going from iOS 15 to 16, and we noticed that most of the apps, again, work as they should. Again, most of the popular apps updated their version as well to support iOS 16, and that's no surprise because if you're an app, you want to make sure that you have iOS 16 compatibility, which we see across the board. And so that's not an issue there when it comes to apps. Even things for social media, entertainment purposes, all of that has been good so far. So app wise, again, most of the iOS updates has been good. Now let's talk about the battery on the phone. So how's the battery life on the iPhone 8 here? So the iPhone 8 by default has a smaller size battery, around 1800 mAh, just a little bit over that. So you're not getting a huge battery compared to some of the newer phones, which have close to almost 4000 mAh. So it's almost half the size of the battery. But what we notice is initially when you do download it, some users have been experiencing what's known as fast draining battery, and that could be because the phone is still syncing up with the iOS device. We put out a video on how to address that issue if you're having that issue, so make sure you guys check that out. But we haven't noticed any sort of battery issues with the phone. Again, some users are reporting it. You do have to keep in mind that, again, the iPhone 8 is a 5-year-old device, and updating it to the latest version right away might not be the smart choice. Maybe later on down the line, I would say probably download it. But right now, if you really don't care about all these new feature updates, it might be worthwhile just holding off till there's maybe 3 or 4 when the software updates are more fixed for bugs and things like that. Again, those are probably when eventually you do have the ability to stay on 15.7, which we saw for some time because the Apple Store supporting 15. So if you absolutely don't want to care about the new updates that we have, stick with 15 for some time, we would say. But again, nothing wrong with going with 16 as well. As you can see, this device we updated to 16, and most of the part, as you can see, apps usually take a little bit time to open up, but once they're open up, like with this phone, because it has that A11 Bionic chip, again, is able to do most stuff for you, from streaming to listening to music, all of that and much more. Again, iPhone 8 itself is one of the iconic devices that still have that home button, along with the iPhone SE 2020 edition that supports iOS 16. So again, great device overall to have, still worth it. And comparing the price, really good beginner phone as well. Even in 2022, you can probably score this phone for pretty much a good deal if you check out the links that we'll probably include in the description section, which you can get these phones from Amazon and eBay for even close to like $100 or so. Again, for a device being able to still do most of the stuff on a newer phone, again, I think it's a really good device. We want to hear from you guys. What's your thought on the iOS 16 update? Have you updated? Have you noticed any issue? Has it worked good for you or not? Or any of the other phones that you update to iOS 16? Leave a comment in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to be posting more videos and updated with iOS 16, especially on the other phones and the iPhone 8, to update you guys if we encounter any issues with the phone itself. But there you guys have it. That's our update review of iOS 16. Hopefully you guys like this video. If so, make sure to like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.